Online courses are the main reason that people use Kajabi. Whether you want to sell a standalone DIY course or create a membership, you're going to use the course product. And in this video, I want to show you how to build out a course. I've got some examples that I want to demonstrate different ways of coming at it. I'm going to give you some tips that I've learned across the years, and then I'll point you to a follow-up video where we're actually going to put a price tag on it and share this out to the world. We've deliberately broken these down into small bite-sized videos because we want you to be able to jump into a specific video or section rather than this being buried in one long hour-long video. We're coming at it very much the same as we would when we're building out our courses, and you'll see that in just a minute. So if you haven't been watching the previous videos, you won't know that we've installed a fresh version of Kajabi. It's completely empty, and really want to be able to walk through this as you would starting out. So we need to come up to this product area, and when you click it, the drop down comes in, and the top one in here is courses. And click here, and it's the page I'm already on, create your course. Get started. So we've got a few bits of information to put into here first. I'm actually going to build out, you'll see it in just a second, a video we've already got called the Virtual Video Editor. I'm not going to put a description in. Use this info to generate content and additional resources. I don't use this option here. What it will do is the AI tool inside of Kajabi will actually try to map out your course for you. Personally, what I found when I've used this is it takes longer to delete out the content that it's put in for me rather than me just starting with a blank slate. But out of interest, why don't we click next and just show you what does happen when I let AI do this for me. I can put my default color. Don't really have an accent color with this. I tend to use the black and the blue. I can just drag in a logo. Okay, so let's see what happens. We'll click next. Do we want it to be free? I'm going to just skip this for now because it's not the topic of this video. So it's telling us what it's going to be doing here. It's pulling all this together. So it's already created introduction to video editing techniques, post-production process, a landing page, and email broadcast. That's not the way I want to put together my course, and so I need to now go in and delete these videos out. So this is what I'm saying. Some of these AI tools are love it or hate it. I don't know, but you know, this has now created content for me. It's put it in here. It's put all this text in that if I was completely coming at this and saying I've got no idea what to build a course about, but I think this would be a good topic, well, it's kind of suggested what a course could look like for me. But I'm assuming that most of you that are here have already got in mind what you want to do a course on. So yeah, this just doesn't work for me. So I'm going to go back into here, and it's a good chance to demonstrate. We're going to delete that out. Yes, I want to delete it. And this is how I would come at it. So we're going to put the same topic in here, and we'll untick it this time. Again, so we'll put our primary colors in again. And out of interest, when we're uploading images to this now, you'll notice that it says down here, upload a new file or select a recent file. And because we've already put one into here, I can select that. Just saves me having to go find it again. It will keep a recent library of images that you upload. Again, we're going to click skip for now. This should be much quicker. And all it's done is given us a blank module and a blank lesson to start with, so that there is actually something there. And here we are. This is our course ready to build. So let me just explain what you've got here. And then before we actually build this out, I've deliberately chosen one of our mini courses, so it won't take me long to pull these videos in and let you see what it looks like. I am also going to show you some examples of a range of different courses that we've done, different lengths, different ways that we drip that out to customers. But let's just have a very quick look at this first. So you're looking here, this is the back end of it. This isn't the way you do the design. We will come on to that one. But the structure of the course itself is made up of folders and then these lessons inside. So you can see they're called modules and lessons. So all of your individual lessons, which will be what people are watching, going video to video, or it could be text, could be audio, it could be an assessment. They need to be held inside a folder or inside a module. So when I click on this lesson here, you'll see this is how you access all of them. And very nice and intuitive. You put a title in. It's asking which module it's part of. Well, we've only got one, so there's nothing to choose there. And then look, do we have no media and it's just going to be text? Or do we want a video? Do we want audio? The layout is such that then we put a thumbnail in. They'll all come in as draft until we're ready, and then we publish it. We can decide whether we want comments to be on. And if we have any download files, PDFs, worksheets, we add them in here. And automations we'll come on to in another video. So that's what your actual lesson looks like. These are your modules. So you can just put a title for your modules, your chapters, add a thumbnail to it, and then you'll see that you can kind of minimize these down and it'll have the individual lessons below. Now this is looking a bit sparse. We will add videos in here. But I thought it'd be quite helpful to actually have a look at some that we've made before. Those of you in the UK would get the idea of it being Blue Peter style, a kids' TV show where they used to start building things and then they'd go, and here's one we've made before, and they bring it up. Or a bakery show, you know? So let's have a quick look at this. This is the same course. This is actually our live course. And so you can see here that the virtual video editor is a folder. And then inside it are these individual videos. And let's just see how different they look when we've put something in. So there's a video of me. There's a thumbnail. Comments are turned on. And we do actually have a link in here. I think actually the next one over. No, still got the same link. I'm trying to find one that's got a bit more. Nope. We'll find that in another course. Don't worry. And if I want to just preview this, I can either just come back to the start of this and preview the course. And here it is. And so you would come into this and you'd either hit the start course and it will go to your first one, or as you move down, you're just going to work through these videos. Here's some that have got a bit more info than them actually. So this is what it looks like. Your videos are down the side. You're going to work through one at a time. You've got some links and descriptions in here, and you've got a space for your comments below. So this would be one of our more basic mini courses. This is the one we're going to build in just a minute. Let me show you some other examples. We've got our Kajabi Kickstart in here. This is a 28-day challenge that we do. And you'll notice in here that there are drips on this. So this is, someone can access this at any point, and it will start this daily challenge. And so every day we're going to send them an email that will say, hey, it's day 1, head over and watch this video. It's day 2, it's day 3. That's something separate. You'll see that in our video talking about email sequences, but we can actually do the same thing with the content. So we saw in that last example that everything was being released at once. So when I join this virtual video editor, when I buy or download this, I get access to everything. But in this case, we want to keep it hidden. So you'll notice that at the side here, firstly, this is, remember, our folder that is published, and the video inside it is published. So as soon as somebody downloads this, that's what they can see and nothing else, because this next section down says drip 1 day later. So you have an option of draft, publish, drip, or lock. Now, to just point out the lock feature, you can actually determine that you can't access this next section until you've watched a previous video. So although this one is dripping out, if maybe somebody downloaded it and didn't actually come to it till 5 days later, all of these videos up to day 5 will be available for them. If we set it to lock rather than drip, you've got to physically watch the previous video to then release the next one down. And people use this when they want to have assessments or surveys to just make sure that you've done all the work in that previous section before you get the next one. So that's another way of coming at it. I don't think we've ever locked down content, but there will be people, there will be circumstances where you do want to do that, and you almost want a survey to be done, or you want to know that somebody's watched that previous video before they race ahead to the next ones. So that's how you drip content. But a good point on this is that I can't drip individual videos. Notice that they are just draft or published. So the actual course content, I can't drip, which is why we have to do the folders. I shouldn't be calling them folders, really. They're modules. Just for me, it's easier. We've got files and folders. So you need to drip them in a folder. So even like on here, on well, day 1's not being dripped. day 3's got. I'm trying to find one that's only got one. Yeah, so day 4, there is only one video in that. So we've still got to make a folder, and then we put the training inside of it. What does this look like? You'll see that actually we've put a different template, a different design on this one. And so down the side here, you can see day 1, getting clear on your offer. Day 2, planning your mini course. Day 3, understanding Kajabi. Day 4, creating a product. So this will get dripped out every day. You've got an action item to do for the day. Yeah. So some days, multiple videos, other days, just one video. And you'll see that, look, these videos are nice and short. We deliberately do this. This is a pro tip. When we're designing a course, we're thinking of it how a customer will use it and access it. And so, like I mentioned earlier, with these videos in YouTube, we've made them short and to the point, much like we do in here, that we want you to be able to go, oh, where was that one on uploading my course videos? It's not in a whole thing about creating your course, editing it, uploading it, and you've just got to wade yourself through this. We want it to be nice and easy when you come back through, that anything we can divide out into a separate video, we do. Plus, it also means that you get to put a little tick on this when you've done it, and that's quite rewarding to be able to track how far through you are. Or maybe it's, I can quickly watch a few of those and leave, rather than I haven't got time to watch that full one. So that's just a bit of a pro tip there to consider. We would always make the videos as short as possible, thinking of how they would look in an index afterwards. So that's Kajabi Kickstart. That's one that drips out over 28 days. What else have we got? A slightly different way of coming at that. Our Ecamm Live Academy. This used to be dripped out. We used to run this as a live cohort. And so across 5 days, we would drip out content for that and really keep people on track, so everyone was on the same page. Now, so we've got 5 levels in here. And in a different way to what we've done in the Kajabi Kickstart, in here, we're giving you, look, it's a whole ton of videos that come out. We've got over 9 hours worth of content in this course. This is a beefy course. And so this is done with, at the start and end of each section, there is an introduction that'll say, hey, welcome to level 1. You're going to be doing this today or through this training. And then actually, let me preview it. It'd be easier to see it here. So look, again, understanding. This is really how we've come at this Kajabi playlist in here as well. Understanding it, unboxing it, or for us, we've done a download one, finding your way around. And then look, every type of overlay that's in Ecamm. Sorry if you don't know what Ecamm is and you won't know what we're talking about, but really wanting every video to be easy to come back to. Oh, I need to do a widget overlay. Oh, it's down here. And you can just jump straight into that video and watch it. An 8-minute long video, comments and things down below. Okay, so that's a couple of different ways of coming at a course. Well, 3 different ways then. You've seen a mini course, you've seen one that we're dripping out, and you're seeing one that we could drip this out if we wanted, although it's in these sections. If I come back to this, we could easily change back and go, do you know what? We want to drip out level 2 to be a day later or a week later or a month later. And this is potentially how you might want to come at a membership model rather than getting everything. Maybe you want to structure it so that they will work through and have so much per week or month. Or maybe on your membership, these are your month, January, February, March, and then you as another month comes out, you've got some new content that you release, and you can build it up that way. And so month by month, there will be fresh content, and this training is being built out as you go. So they're all the completed ones. I think we actually have a go with this new download and let you see how to build this out. So I'm just going to mirror what I've done with our virtual video editor. It's all going to sit inside of the one folder. And so we're coming in here. This has already been put in for us. So if I click on this, we can edit this name and save it. And then we'll go into our first lesson. And our first lesson was an introduction. So we just type over the top. And we're going to put a video in, and hopefully I've got these available. So we can say, pick a file, and then I can drag my video onto here. I'll just show you the one, and then I'll fast track through the others and pause the recording. Well, that's coming in. I've just copied and pasted here. You've got a full editor in here. You can change this formatting around for different headings and alignment and things, text, change the color, bullet points, all of that. All right, and we are having comments on with this one as well. So the only thing I haven't done is to get, it doesn't seem like I've been using thumbnails in this course. I've picked a course that I don't have thumbnails for. Normally I would have an introduction in there. What you can do, you'll see that once this is brought in, is I can pause this at a point on here. Maybe there's something where I've got an overlay on, but I can choose, there we go, I'll have my nice smile at the end there. Use current frame as a thumbnail. Didn't like that, probably because it's still processing and it hasn't actually got that far through yet. Yeah, so it's happy for me to pick one at the start, so that won't be an issue for you normally. And there we go, it's now put that in as our thumbnail. So we can click save on this. Notice that it is still a draft, and that's right, I would do this until I've brought them all in. We're going to come back out. We've got an introduction, and now we want to add another video. So we'll say add content, and this is a lesson. Create lesson. You'll see that it shows me a little symbol there that says this is a video, this is text, because we haven't put anything in yet. We'll click video again, pick file. In it comes. Now, while we're just letting this go, let me just mention as well, actually, that if you are struggling with file sizes, we do have another video on this channel talking about how to compress your files so that you can upload them. So you can check that one out. We're putting the same link in there. We'll do the same thing with the lesson. I can actually save it at this point. It's uploaded, it's encoding, and I could move on to my next one. So I'm going to pause this recording. I will bring those other videos in and I'll let you have a look at the completed course. Actually, a little bit of a tip here. When I'm uploading these videos in here, what I've done is right-clicked and said open in a new tab. And so I'm uploading here, this one, and I've opened up another tab, which is uploading the next one. So this one's in this tab, this one's in this tab, and I can have multiple uploading. Now you can do batch uploading if you've got a set of videos that are already there, and it will take the file name of your video, and as you upload it, it'll put the new modules in for you. We've only got two more after this one, so I find it easier just to set them going and upload them like this. Now, our last one is just uploading. This was a longer video, telling me it's uploaded, it's encoding. I can hit save. We should be safe now that it's actually uploaded. But let me just show you this, because in the last module in here is an FAQ, and we've put on here that we've given you our contract with our editor in the downloads above, and then here's actually the link to go over to any FAQs, but we haven't put a download in yet. So let me just show you if we've got a download for this. And so I can hit add files, and we've actually got here the contract that we've got with Neville, our virtual editor. Obviously we've blanked out the relevant bits, but I've got that in a PDF form, and I've got it in a Word doc as well. So you can see what it looks like, and then you can also take your own and edit it out. So super valuable. And I can drop it onto here. So there's the PDF gone in, and I can add another file, and that's our Word doc. Okay, so they will sit in here, and you can see that I've given access to that in the downloads area. Maybe I want to just bold that so people can read it. And there we are. I think that will have finished over here. Still encoding, but that's totally fine. I can close that off. And so now here we are, our virtual video editor course is in. Now we do need to publish all these then. So we're going to individually publish the videos, but this wouldn't mean that somebody could actually see them yet. Well, they won't anyway, because we haven't actually put this up and sold it to anyone. But if the folder is in draft, then you won't be able to see what's inside it. So as soon as we publish the folder, you can now see all of these videos inside. So shall we have a look at what this looks like? Here it is. And so it's brought in a header at the top here. It's brought in a logo, which really doesn't work on this page. And it's brought in some images here. I haven't actually clicked on these ones to say what to use as an intro. Typically, as you saw on my other courses, like the Kickstart, for instance, these categories they've all got different thumbnails on. So we're just going over to Canva and we're creating a thumbnail to stick on there. And then within each of those modules, the individual videos have got thumbnails as well. So you can see all those. But I think this one was a mini course. It wasn't really necessary to put those thumbnails in. So what do we do if we want to change this around and we're not quite loving the look of it? Well, we come over here to customize. By default, you're going to have this Premiere product and you can customize it here. And then we'll look at templates that you can apply as well. You might have noticed that some of ours are looking different because we've applied templates to them. It's actually quite easy. So as I work through this, it's much like the page builder. We'll come on to that. We haven't got to that section yet in the trainings, but as you click on something here, you'll notice that over on the left, it changes to match to wherever you're working. So I'm in, first of all, this. Well, let's look right at the top here. We're in the header at the top. Do we even want a header? We can take it off if we don't. If we want to get rid of logo, maybe we just want to have text instead of logo. And we could write something up here. I don't know, virtual video editor. We can also change what happens when someone clicks on this. Does it want to take them to the home of your site or just to the home of this product? I think just the product. You could put a different image up to fit up there, and it will guide you as well as to, well, custom heights there that you can put in. Then the menu, again, we'll come on to this in another video, headers and footers, but you can change your menus around. I don't think there'll be anything else in here, just a footer and a main menu, but you can customize this so that for different products or different to your website, you can have different things along the top. You can put announcements along here as well. So if you wanted to have, maybe there's an offer or you want to be able to say live training coming up or a discount off of another course, you can put all that up here and you can click on it. When you click the announcement, it'll take you to a URL or to somewhere else on your site. All your background colors, text colors. This is purely still for the header. Then when we click down here, we come into the hero section. Again, turn it on and off. You can have a background image that would fill this section, or you just put an overlay color over the front of it, completely change the feel of it like that. This took in, if you remember, we put a primary color and then a secondary color. Even down to this, starting the course, do we want it to say that? If somebody's already started, it will change to resume. If you wanted to change your wording around, you can do, change the button size, all of these things. Then we move into the main area here, and it's saying to show the syllabus. We could just choose to have categories rather than posts. Wouldn't work for us, but if those ones that we're just doing the days of the week, that would be good, that actually the individual videos are less important. We just want someone to jump to the category. If we had a community setup, then we could feature that at the bottom. That's actually the next video through in our playlist. And then over here, we've got the right side and we can adjust what appears in the course as well. So when I click on it, it's telling me to show the product image, lessons completed. And so this is going to tell me how many I've gone through. If I just click back, because I went right into this actual section itself, if I just click back, it's kept me in the product sidebar. And I could add other things in here. So if I wanted to be able to show the instructor, that would appear down here. If I change my mind, I can just delete it. Maybe I want to put an image in here with a URL. So this is what we've used in the past when we've got a community that sits alongside the course and we want to be able to say, come and access the Facebook group. You can click and do that. Maybe we have one-to-one coaching available. This is where I would put that in. Again, let me just very quickly demonstrate that. You'll see a different dashboard here, but in terms of what it's doing, it's still your right margin here. So we've got a community there, and if you wanted to access one-to-one coaching, that again is an image with text and then a link. So this is how you would build all this out if you want to. I'm going to just click delete this block. For what we're doing now, I'm totally happy with that. So any element that you look at on this page, then down to the footer if you want, you can adjust and change around. Now we are viewing at the minute in the product. If you want to see what an individual post looks like, if we were watching this over here and then I click on this video, this is now the post. So when it says post over here, it always gives you a warning as well if you haven't saved before you leave. We can click on post And it will now let me edit what this looks like. So even up to the top here, if we don't want this kind of breadcrumb, we can turn it off. What text do we want it to say? Modules, and you get the idea. Very, very powerful. In this main section here, do we want it inline? Do we want it simple? What does that do? Just takes it off altogether. It's just a next. The play bar color, the play background color, if I didn't want it like this, just the way it talks about, are we calling them lessons? Yeah, okay, you're getting this. Even these kind of markers complete, we can adjust the style of it. We've got our text down here in the show description, title, categories, comments, even down to that. You can edit everything. Anything you move over, when you click it, that left-hand side will change and it will allow you to edit it. Keep working through these, the comments page as well. Just go through, make sure that anything you've got attached to this, I would just walk through and make sure that you're happy with it. Now, what I haven't shown you, you might have spotted right along the side here, is we are in desktop view at the minute. We've got tablet view, in landscape, in portrait, and then phone view here. So your editor lets you see what this will look like. And you can change things around based on the view coming up in here as well. So very powerful. If at any point you want to preview it, you click here and it'll take you over and let you have a look at it. One thing just to point out, so you're seeing on here that it's broken down now. Instead of going in on any of these areas, if I click back, it'll keep coming back out and we can see how the page is laid out. The header, the search bar being up here, the hero, the welcome body, the syllabus, a community widget is down at the bottom there, but we haven't got that attached, the product sidebar and the footer. So that's your page. Then you've got over here your favicon. You can change this. We put this in the previous video. That's the symbol that appears at the top there. Typography, you can change your fonts around. And what have we got? Color schemes, message colors, general appearance, custom code. So yeah, there you go. That's probably as much as I can show you about physically building the product itself. You'll see along this top that it shows you offers that are attached to it. That's what I'm saying we'll point to in the next video. If you want to go to that, that's where you actually put a price on it. The customers that you've got that are attached to it, coming through it, you can click and see those. Certificates, if you want to have certificates on here, you can tick to provide a certificate for this course. You can insert your own logos, titles. I'll let you read that. If you want to actually put, well, let me show you first. We'll preview this. We've got to save it first. Then we can preview it. So that's quite basic. But what you can do is you can put your own certificate background. So I can upload a file to the dimensions that it's showing me there. And so I can actually design that out, tell it to include the overlays over the front of it. So you could actually put something that had got a nicer frame. You would just avoid this middle area here. So nice touch. If you want to be able to have certificates turned on, come over to settings. Again, just gives you a chance to change that title, description, logo. If you want to have live rooms, so you can actually do much like a Zoom meeting, you can do it within this course. As it says there, limited to 200 participants in there, but that's a nice way to go if you plan on doing weekly calls with them. If you want to attach a community and if you want those comments turned on. If I click up here on these dots, you can see that manage comments. So it will show me the comments for this course. Announcements, I can put an announcement in. Maybe we've just released a new batch of videos and I want to do an announcement. And I can also choose for that announcement to be sent out as an email to everybody who owns the product. I can see people's progress through it. If I want to just gauge actually how far are people getting through this, we can completely duplicate it or we can share this course out. Now we're going to come back here to the, this next one, customize, and we're going to install a template. And we've got all these options here that are available in here. Or there are third-party ones. You'll find that now in Kajabi, there are folk that are uploading templates that you can buy. So you can upload a separate one. This is, well, this Momentum is the one that we've been using a lot. You'll recognize the look of this now. And so it will actually populate a lot of this for us, the dashboard, the categories. So there is only one category for us in this one, the announcements, if you've got them. But this is what I just showed you that we'd got with this one here. So you can see we've branded it up. These are our kind of the blue and the light red color here. And I just think that looks nicer as a template. But again, you just go through this, you would apply it. So if I come back out here, so I could say preview the template. And if I like that, it's a shame that it's off the bottom of the page, I would say install this template. Now installing it doesn't mean that it will instantly change it over to it. You'll see here that I've got installed templates, but the Premiere one is still active. It allows me to customize this and work with it. I can do the same thing and change around all these sections of it. I can change the settings of the typography and things. If I'd done that, worked on it, and I'm happy with it, then I would come back over here, and in that installed templates, I would click the 3 dots and I would say activate. And now this will be my main template, and it will replace this Premiere one over here. We'll probably do another video a bit later on about using templates, but yeah, I feel like that's probably as much as I can say about you creating a course. Now, can I quickly point out that we've deliberately built this new channel dedicated to online courses and specifically Kajabi. So why not subscribe and bookmark it? And if you're not already on Kajabi, please do check out our affiliate offer. Not only is it an extended trial, but we've got a fantastic Kajabi Kickstart that you've seen me just playing with here. That's a 28-day challenge that you get free of charge. And you also get free support from us, Zoom calls, a nice Facebook group for as long as you stay on Kajabi. So a lot of perks there. That's our affiliate link. You'll find it in the description if you're not already on Kajabi. Now, I'd love you to stay watching more of our videos, so why don't you check out up here the next one in our playlist, which is talking about communities, or if you want to stay in this course and actually put a price tag on it now and put it out to the world, well, you can click down here and go and watch that video. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you in another video.